this right here.
And I'm back. That's right. My old school throwback shirt. Little McCall.
I mean, the game stopped doing it.
Yep. And I am the king of television. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 5 count. This is where we talk a little bit of wrestling, right? A little wrestling, right? Myself, the Toy Father, and Brother Seaberry. We're going to have ourselves a wonderful time talking a little wrestling with all the wrestling fans. I'm going to give y'all a second to get in here. And when I say we talk wrestling, we talk AEW, we talk New Japan, we talk TNA, we talk, who am I missing? CMLL.
AAA.
Yes, AAA. we talking all of it.
Can we talk Glow? I am joking.
No, let's talk Glow.
No, let's talk
Tina
Glow,
Ferrari,
man.
come on.
Yes. Respect Tina Ferrari. Yeah. Tina and Ashley, man.
Yeah, Boom Boom or something like that. I forget her name.
California Doll?
Yeah. I used to love didn't he have Americana? I used to love Glow.
I used to love the reps because they would change. My favorite is whenever they do David McClain's rep, because he ended it with, "These Glow girls, I'd like to thank, because they're putting money in my bank."
then he came back out with Wow.
And
that was a little
well,
it's back. It's back now. Yeah, yep. It's back. It's more it's not as gimmicky and silly like they actually got women wrestlers now.
I remember the old while where they had this black tag team that was supposed to be like escape convicts, and they would rap their little vignettes.
They would say something about what time is it? Something like that. Dang, I forgot. They had Becky the Farmer's Daughter. They had all kinds of Jungle Girl. That's wow. They had Riot. Then they had one called what was the bikers? Harley's Angels or something like that. Oh boy,
How's that belt?
That belt is heavy. Dang, we'll put it down.
Takes a lot to be champion.
Yeah, baby, I had to go with this NWA. Man, I'm about to give me one of these, baby.
That's the old school.
Yeah, the Globe. We think about when Christian Cage had it when it was NWAT in there.
So I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys right now, I'm going to roll right into it and let you all know. I don't watch this. This brings up something that's important. So let me be clear. I have never, nor will I watch Unreal. I know before you all say it, how you not watching Unreal? Hey man, it's still real to me, damn it! Like that guy, you know. I'm like I don't mind you. I don't mind you breaking the fourth wall here and there, but I don't need to. As someone that did train to wrestle, I don't need y'all pulling the curtain all the way back like that, just exposing everything. I'm still old school, so I'm very protective of the business. That's just me.
I hear you. My initial internal thought was, do I really want to know how this sausage is made? But after I watched season 1, I was like, oh yeah, Daddy wants to know.
So you gotta
and then season 2, I was like, or I guess season 2 part 1, which they dropped. I'm like, yeah, give it to me.
Say you got a fan. I know CM Punk said he did not want to participate in it. He still wants to protect the business, so I understand. I know Jim Cornette hates it because he hates most things, but he definitely hates it.
The business has been exposed so much now.
It's
kind of hard to. I mean,
I'd rather not have a show.
Yeah, about it. That's why. That's what I was about to say.
But it's funny though, because like I think that show might have led to, I guess, a kind of an item that I've seen, which is it looks like the Road Dogg will be.
Oh, there we go. There many people are. Okay.
Will be departing WWE.
Yes, sir. Old gold, big gold in the house. Yes, sir, indeed. And I'm still the I'm representing ROH tonight.
You know, because
you don't want to see it either. R.I.P. Kayfabe. Paul Heyman don't care for it either. No, anyone that came up in the business, Sean, isn't gonna care for it. Like I only did a year of wrestling school, and I don't care. It's just that's just me. I mean, I get it, but Paul Heyman, like you, it's to what I was just telling Dez. It's okay. Things are exposed and they're out there, but I don't want a show about it.
Yeah. Because back in the day, I used to watch shoot interviews, our videos all the time. But I get what you're saying. Like a show that's literally opening, like a behind the scenes of like, here's how we do it. Yeah, I think that is too. But a lot of people that's been in the business for a while, that grew up on it. You know, CM Punk's been in the business for a long time. I could see newer wrestlers, especially ones that, you know, because hell, half the NXT roster was former athletes that transitioned over to wrestling. I could see them not seeing it being as a big a deal because of the industry how it is now, them coming into it.
But see, I think on Unreal, I think Road Dogg was exposed because he's in creative.
Well, he got fired,
and he came
today. Yeah, he was telling me somebody was going. Did he?
He got fired. Road Dogg got fired.
Yeah, from the company or just like.
I'll show it to you right now. It's popular.
He was in creative.
Oh wow!
And he came off as not very creative on Unreal. And I think that probably eventually led to him
for the third time.
Yeah.
Oh wow. It's on the dirt sheet, so you know how we feel about the dirt sheets, but it might be true.
It's all around. Yeah, it's all around. It's viral.
Yeah, that was making the rounds, man.
Yeah, it's everywhere. Pro Wrestling World.
If you are a
he was I didn't know he was the co-lead writer for SmackDown. Wow.
Yeah, but these guys, I'm not being funny, but I promise you, the writing sometimes is it's inconsistent. I could write better. I'm being serious. I could. If you look at it, and when I say it's inconsistent, they're supposed to be two separate teams because for a while SmackDown was like way better story-wise than Raw was, even though it was the flagship. And now that's kind of flipped back. So it's like, even though it's two separate writing teams, all of a sudden, like the Raw's writing team is doing a better job than the SmackDown team. Because Raw has got more. Raw has got more compelling stories right now.
Because they switched the teams. Because I think like Road Dogg and others were on Raw at first, and then they kind of moved into SmackDown, and they put the people that was cooking with grease on SmackDown onto Raw. And now there's this one black guy that they showed on Unreal. He's recently been like promoted, I think. Maybe to over one of those, or maybe over NXT.
It's interesting that you say that, right? I think right now, and I'm fair. I want you all to know, if you didn't know, writing and creative don't care for fans like us. That is all right, but they got fans like us. They gonna have to deal with it. We're here and we ain't going nowhere.
Because I know Vince used to try to get like TV writers and stuff.
I mean,
he was trying to go with it.
It's when it comes to this, man, it's really not as hard as what they're making it. I get it. People have shorter attention spans. They don't really try to do the feuds like they used to, because the thought is you can't. It's been proven you can still do long-term storytelling if it's done right. If you don't do the long-term storytelling correctly, then no, fan interest will not be there, and it won't be great.
Do the long-term storytelling correctly, you get this Cody Rhodes, Drew McIntyre feud, which was like, please God, let it end. And it's nothing against. I think it's nothing against Drew, right? When I say this, I like him. What is it? I want to remain the fan who watches, picks up on subtle things. Punk making Y2J, yep, and Christian reference. I saw that. I don't know if anyone knew that in that well done segment with Roman, for example. Yeah, I did see that. Yeah, a lot of people didn't catch that. I actually, to be honest with you, T. Lanier, I didn't catch the Christian one. I caught the Y2J one. Yeah, I didn't catch the Christian, but
I caught the Y2J when you made the list. I caught that. Yeah. But there. I will say one thing I'm enjoying is that now it could be the two people that are in it that's got you so this makes it so credible and believable. Or in the case of like it was with Seth Rollins, like there was a time, and it's admitted, Seth Rollins, like that was legitimate. Seth Rollins really hated this man, and vice versa. So it works. I mean, yeah, I mean, a lot of the wrestlers, the old school wrestlers, some of them did not care for one another, but they did business, right? You know, and that's the important thing. You gotta be able to do business. But them not liking each other, actually, to a certain degree, made it good. Like you have these. I'm saying good, made it better. There are things that I will never forget where I wonder if it was a shoot or if it was work, and that's the best wrestling. When I don't know whether it was a shoot or work, you've done your job. When I don't know. Case in point, even to this day, it's still debated. Man, Dr. D. David Schultz, I'm 100% sure that was not a work. That was a shoot.
Yeah,
with John Stossel.
Yeah, that's definitely.
That was definitely a shoot.
Dark Side?
Man,
yeah, that's definitely.
I mean, a lawsuit coming out of that, I was like, no, that was definitely a shoot. Now it's still debated on whether someone told. Now he was very protective of the business. That's a fact. On whether they told him to rough the man up or not. But Dr. D. David Schultz was not somebody that you could play with like that. So when he was out there saying, I just think it's fake. Oh, really? You could just tell he was getting irritated because at first he was cutting the promo on him. And he said, it's a tough business. That's why everybody in it. That's why this punk holding the camera in it. That's why you ain't in it. And so eventually when he said, I just think it's fake. And I saw that look on his face. I said, he about to slap the next thing I know, slap. This man has permanent hearing damage.
I watched a lot of interviews about David Schultz. Jim Cornette did an interview with him.
Real dislike draws. Yes, sir, it does, Sean. Even short term has been butchered. I agree, T. Lanier. Cena's send-off had no clear direction, executed poorly. A legend like Cena should have been done better. I agree with you 110%. That was a shoot. Smack the ish out of dude. Yes, it was. Cena, you're right, T. Lanier. That was not done. Cena's was the direction of it, just the way it was in the second half of it was how it should have been done the whole time. His send-off tour should have been done that way.
Minus the heel turn.
That should not have happened.
But I think if you went down to Thugonomics with him, and the heel turn could have been beautiful. I was like talking to a buddy of mine named Cowboy Archie, and he was like, if that was the heel Cena we saw, that would have sold like hotcakes.
Yeah, that Dr. Thugonomics, yeah, that could have been, but that wasn't what we got. Yeah. And it just didn't work out. But yeah, he deserved it. He deserved the tour. I would have liked to have seen AJ have one. I really would. I would have liked to have seen AJ have one. He deserved that. AJ Styles definitely deserved a tour like that. I think he did. Now the word is everything was AJ's decision. So if he's good with it, then hey, God bless him. He earned it. AJ Styles definitely earned the right to do what he's doing. And I got to give a shout out to Gunther because I don't think there's a better asshole in wrestling right now than Gunther. That man is a top. Like he is actually like when I say the heat that this man is, he is getting as close to old school heat as you can get. This man is actually having to have security escort him out to a tour bus to get out of there. Like they hadn't put security. Like they are. When I say that he retired, Cena, that heat was nuclear. And when he came out the next night and did that, like a little bitch, I was like, oh, no. Yeah, that was it. He signed it. Like those folks were so mad. When I don't know if any of you caught that. Did you guys? AJ should retire in TNA. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a very fair point. If you did not see Gunther at the end of that Cena match when he was walking up the ramp and that kid was crying. I don't know if you saw it. It was on the right-hand side. And the kid had the whole C Nation outfit, and he was crying. And Gunther looked down at that kid, and he said, and the kid was just like, just bawling. And he said, "Is that your hero? That's your hero? I just beat it." He's like, "No, I love John Cena." He said, "You will amount to nothing." I was like, wow. He said, he shouldn't have been there, and you shouldn't be here either.
Yeah, I mean, Gunther's got 3 bodies now.
Yes, he does.
You know, he beat Goldberg.
Yes, he is, Sean. Gunther is drawing real heat.
He beat
since Gunther is retiring, folks. Let him and Brock. Oh man, let him add Brock to that list. That'll be a good match, man.
That's what I was thinking is gonna happen.
That'd be a good match. You know, but if I'm everybody, I'm like, man, if I'm an older wrestler right now, and you come to me, somebody Gunther wants a match, I'm staying as far away from him as possible. Because anyone he sees that he thinks it's time for you to get old yellow, he's coming for you. If he think I've seen how he looks at Rey Mysterio, he's just like, let me add you to the let me go and add you to the list. So there are some good things that WWE is doing now. Personally, I'm gonna tell you this. I think this is still gonna happen right now. I realize that him and Cody are supposed to have this match Friday night, but I'm guaranteeing you what probably should happen is it should be a multi-person match. That's what should happen to Drew at WrestleMania, because if you think about it, he keeps interfering not just in Cody Rhodes' matches. He's interfering in every damn body. If you're coming for the world title, he's interfering. He's in your business. Yeah. So it's not just Cody. Like, he's interfering in every single person that's after his title. He is interfering in their match. Did you see? Have you seen Drew's work? Drew's doing some great work, by the way. He really is. I mean, but he's interfering. He doesn't care who it is.
For people like Drew, I break out my hashtag. Heal so hard.
He does not care who the hell it is. He's interfering. Move over, RKO. There's a new legend killer in town. Okay, I remember that. The multi-person match. So some of the things that WWE has, and here's what I wonder, right? I don't like Gunther is that red dude who's over without having to be. You're right, without having to be in the title picture.
Drew McIntyre too.
Drew can be over without being in the championship picture. I'm a huge fan. And I don't like what it's just me, and I'm gonna say it, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know if it was BG James, Road Dogg when he was in creative. I don't know if it was Michael Hayes. I don't know if it's Triple H. I don't know who it was, but what they did to LA Knight is criminal. It's criminal. They have never had somebody so over, in their face over. And it didn't matter where he was. That they had a Money in the Bank at the O2 in London, and those fans wanted LA Knight to win Money in the Bank over in London. He was completely over, and it's like every change, it's so obvious.
I gotta be.
And they will not, and no matter what happens, they would not give this man a shot. And then when I say it was time, it was obvious that there was a time for LA Knight, and they would not do it. And maybe they know something I don't know, so we don't know. But it didn't. But it got to a point that it was egregious. Like, the man was so, when I say hot, he was white hot. Yeah. Every city he was on, LA Knight was the man.
He said they buried LA Knight.
And I don't know why they're doing it, Sean. And I don't know. I do not understand why it's stupid. It makes no sense at all to be burying that man. At all.
I must play devil's advocate for it.
Go ahead, sir.
I keep seeing botches at key moments from that man. The Money in the Bank last year and this year. I mean, yeah, I know the ring gets sweaty with all the logos in it, but he kind of botched doing the elimination chamber, man.
When he jumped up to the rope. But and let me be clear, botches should not happen. That they should not happen. But if we and I'm being completely fair, you're playing devil's advocate. It up until right now, and they finally figured it out. It didn't stop him from them putting Jey Uso in my face every night, and I love me some Jey Uso. But he botched a lot, and they kept putting him there.
He is like a whole botchamania video by himself.
So they did have enough sense to pivot away, because don't get me wrong, I understand. It was not the intention. Bronson Reed got hurt, so I do get that. Is it because he's old? Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing about that, though. I can't really say because he's old, Lim McCall. No, he's been right. Thank you, T. Lanier. He's been over. But you can't say it's not an old thing, because there are people on the roster that still get shine. I'm gonna tell you something right now. The world champion is older than he is. CM Punk is older than he is. Brock Lesnar is older than he is. Roman Reigns is older than he is. But we're to a point where we're ignoring it. Roman Reigns is just about at his age, if I make no mistake. I know that CM Punk is older than he is. I do know that.
Talk about LA Knight.
LA Knight. I do know.
Well, here's my thing about LA Knight.
Jay is
and
Botchamania.
and I mean, I know when he first came out, people were saying he's just like a combination of a bunch of Attitude Era wrestlers, a little bit of Austin, a little bit of Rock and stuff. And I know he was doing a lot of that stuff in TNA as well. Those catchphrases, or at least talking with that enthusiasm. I think what TKO is worried about is a run at. I think if he has a run, it'd be like his Jey Uso run. I think they're more worried about wrestlers like that having a championship run, so they want to CM Punk. They keep going back to a CM Punk or Roman, obviously Roman Reigns. Of course, Brock Lesnar. They bring him in. They keep going back to them, and maybe here and there throughout the year let's let LA Knight have the title for a couple months and see where it goes. So I think that's why he hadn't really been pushed up that way. And now that it's been slowed down, I don't know if they're going to ever really 100% try it now. Maybe they will. They might get to a point where they're like, boom, let's go ahead and give him a run.
So, and again, I go back to it. And again, this is nothing against Jey Uso, but I'm telling you, if Jey Uso got a title run, there's no way LA Knight should not. There's no way, because I love Jey Uso, but he's not a better promo than LA Knight. He's not a better wrestler than LA Knight. I mean, so then he got to run. So I'm like, it doesn't make. This is a dude that's made, like, ready, and it's crazy to me that he has not gotten, that he just hasn't gotten a shot. So we don't know like what it is, like to Sean's point, burying.
They've done that before though, because I remember when RVD was hella over, and I was like, man, why aren't they pushing RVD? They keep just keeping him right here. The ceiling.
And they
now
gave
with
him
LA
a
Knight,
shot.
I know LA Knight is a little bit different because RVD, that was more of a ECW thing. Well, we didn't make him. Technically, LA Knight, even though he was in TNA, that character got over with that audience. As the whole, that got over with the WWE audience. So it's almost like he is a WWE creation.
I was just about to bring that up. I'm scared for Trick Williams. He's got nuclear pop, but they will give him. But will they truly give him a run with the belt?
Get a coach.
Jay was over moved merch and didn't get a past probationary period with the belt. Trick Williams is hot, really, really hot right now. He is. I mean, and Trick is. I mean, I want to give him a little more time on the roster, but he is ready. I can't tell you that he has the ingredients. Like Trick has the ingredients.
It feels like that TNA championship run kind of like gave him a last little bit of season.
Who we talking about? Trick. But Trick. Now here's the thing. What Yeats seem to be better than that's funny. The thing with Trick that I would caution them on is Trick Williams right now is not. Trick Williams is not not to me. He's not a babyface. He's just not. And you just roll with him the way he is. Like, he's not a babyface. Don't try to change him. The way the Trick Williams you see right now is over as maybe a heel, possibly maybe he borderlines on tweener, but Trick Williams is a heel, and the people cheer him. It's almost like The Rock. The Rock never got, not really. I mean, he was a babyface, but he never really, to me, was a babyface because he still did heel things. He still had heelish tendencies. Like, you shoving him down as a babyface just doesn't work. Austin was never a babyface. He's always a tweener because he'd win a match and stun the person he teamed with him. And that's when that's how Austin was. And certain people, you leave them as what they are, right? You don't change them. Like Drew McIntyre is not a babyface ever in life. Is Drew McIntyre. Like, some people can go vice versa. Seth Rollins can get over either way. CM Punk can get over either way. There's guys that can't. But then there's guys that are made, like Roman Reigns is not, even he's not a babyface to me either. Roman Reigns is not. It's not.
He ended up becoming one.
Kind of.
It became cool, so everyone's throwing the doing that, and it was one of those things similar to The Rock, where when Rock came back from Hollywood, people hated him, and then he started doing Hollywood Rock and the rock concerts, and then he got people started cheering him again. They started loving that stuff,
even though he's a heel.
Even though he's a heel, so it sometimes a heel run will work.
Yeah, Sean, I know. Yeah, he is not. Yeah, Trick Williams is not a face. He's not. He should not be.
I can see him getting that U.S. belt.
Just like Gunther. Gunther can never,
no,
even before
Gunther,
now, Gunther can never be a face.
Gunther can be.
Gunther could never be a face. Like where he is, he's just there. Like sometimes you have something, and it's great. Like you gotta have guys that have great facials. Like I'll give you an example of somebody that I don't ever really see as a face. I loved the work that Powerhouse Hobbs did in AEW with the Book of Hobbs. I love that work. It reminded me of Mark Henry's Hall of Pain in the sense, like that run. That's how you book someone like that, a monster here. That's how you book them. The way that Mark Henry's Hall of Pain was, that worked. It worked. If you ask Mark Henry, he'll tell you it worked for a reason. Mark Henry said, I got to get out all the anger I had at fickle fans, people that held me down, folks that said I couldn't do it, everything. Mark Henry he was legitimately terrifying. Lynn McCall and I know from being close to him. We were close to him at a show when he came, and we watched him in the Pyramid, one of the last shows, the Pyramid, and one of the early ones at FedEx Forum when it first got here. We watched it. He was in the crowd, and he blocked out the sun. And I remember he was coming around. You heard somebody go get the ass kicked, like just coming out. And as he's walking, he's going up to the ring, and this guy goes, man, you ain't all that. And he just turns around. Who said that? Everybody just turned and just pointed. He said, man, y'all ain't shit. Everybody just pointed. Because nobody wanted angry Mark Henry looking in that direction. And he said, say it again. Say it again. I'll rip your face off. And the guy was just like, I'm sorry. Because Mark Henry was legitimately scary. That's wild. Totally off topic. But I want Cody to turn heel. Not just regular heel, but the heel run he had, killing it in his independent run. He was good in New Japan. If you're talking about that run, that was good.
Was that the
that was good one. Powerhouse Hobbs, I break backs. Yes, he was. Necks, backs, and everything else. Now he's Royce Keys, but we ain't seen him since the Royal Rumble.
They said they didn't have anything for him.
He's been on Main Event and he was on Stephanie McMahon's podcast.
Yes.
What's your story?
Just go and throw him in.
Like, what's
go
the
ahead and
point?
throw him in NXT. Hell, they need.
But wasn't that Triple H's two sides, the game and DX? Can't that work solo and faction? I never liked Triple H and DX. I'm just gonna tell you that. I was NWO. I didn't really like DX. I mean, DX was okay. But Triple H was always better as a solo act than he was as part of a group. He just was. He just as a heel by himself. That's Triple H. Yeah, Angry Mark was a beast. Yes, he was. Triple H just worked better as a solo act. And as a heel. Never as a face. Never as a face. I just watched Chris Van Vliet's interview he had with Rusev. Very good. Like had him on the show. Shout out to Chris Van Vliet. As long as Rusev is happy, that's what really matters. And I don't know what occurred because Tony Khan says there's no hard feelings. He's welcome back. And Rusev does not appear to have any bad feelings with AEW. But it was weird to me. He had his moment where I'm like, Tony, you got a lot of wrestlers. I get it. It's hard. But Rusev had a moment where he was like when he got the TNT title and was like folks wanted to see him ascend even further. Like he was kind of white hot. And I'm like, that's somebody you should, but you had him, you had Powerhouse Hobbs at the same time. It was wild. With that work, let's see, with that work for Trick. Like, with what work for Trick, Lynn McCall? What Trick Williams is doing now is what's working for him, but I don't know. But yeah, so I don't know what transpired during that run as to why Rusev didn't he's Miro, that's his actual name. Why he didn't go forward any further. He says he's happy, but I don't think so. And I'm just looking on the outside as a fan. I don't know these men's personal lives. So if they're happy, God bless them. But I can't say creatively that Aleister Black is in a better place than he was. I don't feel like Rusev is in a better place than he was.
No, because Rusev was about to get fed to Open Femi this Monday.
So I don't think he's in a better situation. I don't think Aleister Black is in a better situation. Neither of them. Another off topic. Is there any wrestler you'd like to see switch promotions right now? Actually, that's the topic I'm telling you. Switch promotions right now. Yeah, if I'm telling you right now, if there was any way possible, both of the two men I named to you should go back to AEW. Like, there's no go back. I'm sorry. I love Aleister Black, and I get it. He's there with his wife. God bless him. Go back. I think and understand Matt Cardona. No, he should. When he signed, I said, you just killed yourself. I understand you wanted to be with your wife. You just killed. You did all that work, and he was white hot all over the world. And now he is there. He is there with Chelsea Green. He's there, and Matt Cardona is just another guy. He is not like he was special when he came there. He has worked his ass off to build the Death Match King, this indie god, and now he is there. And I'm telling you, he is just the same as everybody else. I mean, nothing against Carmelo Hayes, but he should not be losing to him. Like, it doesn't, like, it's so, yeah, I would like to see Matt Cardona. I'd like to see Matt Cardona leave. I would like to see Aleister Black go back. I damn sure would like to see Miro go back. I mean, it's nothing. I love Obafemi. I'm a huge Obafemi fan. But WWE right now, like, from a single standpoint,
Andrade went back.
Andrade's back. Yeah, he went back twice, but he's there. I like Aleister Black is only back. Yeah, so I feel like he's only black because of his wife. Yeah, I think so too. But it might be the same with Matt Cardona. But they're on two different wavelengths because Matt Cardona was white hot and made no sense for him signing. So he's like, at least it's like Aleister Black is kind of doing something, but he's not where he was. Like, the House of Black was all the way over. So he's just that was a perfect group, but that faction was amazing. So I don't know.
You know who I want to see switch? Bayley.
Yeah.
Man, WWE is doing her dirty. She wasn't in Mania last year.
I'm not gonna be there this year.
Yeah, I'm like, come on.
Bayley would benefit probably from with going there, and I hope whatever Tony Khan said, nothing going on with him and Britt Baker. He needs to work that out because that one was a star. He needs to work that out 100% and get that fixed. Right? She's too damn talented not to be shown. Bayley would benefit. He said, and I agree. I think Bayley would benefit. I think Aleister Black, Matt Cardona for damn sure would benefit going back. And I get it. And I'm not, and like I said, if they're doing what's best for them, then God bless them. If they feel that's best, that's their move, go ahead. I mean, I don't know. There's conversations that we're not privy to, so I have to take these men at their word. But from a creative standpoint, as a fan, to see some of these men and women in the positions they're in, it just doesn't. I don't get it. Like, I want to believe them, but as a fan, I don't believe you. As a man, I can believe you. You know, you're doing what's best for your family. I want to be by my wife, but as a wrestling fan, sometimes I'm like, I don't believe you. Like, and I don't know how they feel. Like, Trick is doing media appearances right now, so it kind of indicates how they feel about him. But I do not know what the ultimate plan is. I don't know. Now, I want to see if I want to see Royce Keys have a good run. I do. Because otherwise, what the hell did you go there for? If you're not gonna have a good run out of it. I personally don't like. People had an idea that I think Sean mentioned it about AJ retiring, going to TNA. Like, people saying, I think he's gonna go to TNA. Well, they had a working relationship. He could have done that while he was there. I personally think I'd like to see him finish a run. I don't have a problem. There's a bunch of people he could have some great matches with in AEW. He could have some great matches back in New Japan, but definitely in AEW, he could have some really good matches.
He signed some kind of like behind the scenes type job.
So if he's going to be a producer and if he's doing something that works for him, God bless AJ Styles. Like, some people I think are better. Like, I don't care what anybody says. Ricochet absolutely did the right thing.
Absolutely.
Absolutely, Ricochet did the right thing. Like,
he was
presented much better, like, than what he's doing. It's just certain. It's just certain people. Like, I don't understand. with the switches. Yeah, Bailey. I think Bailey would benefit going over there. Trying to think who else could benefit. I don't think. Now, I'm not going to say that this is a switch Teelan there, but then there are certain people where I say I don't think if they're better off where they were. Like, and you guys know I love me some Jade Cargill, but I don't know if Jade Cargill is better off, and that could be due to her, right? Mm-hmm. I don't think Jade Cargill is any better now than she was in AEW.
I disagree.
I don't think she.
I think she was better off. I think she's better off in WWE.
I was thinking of where she is, like the presentation
okay,
and where she. I don't think she's in the ring. I mean, I don't think she's progressed. Yeah. I don't think she's gotten that much better in the ring. I really don't.
Is so raw. Jay needs to be in NXT. Man.
I don't think she's gotten that much better since she's been there. I don't think like how she's presented position wise that they're trying to let her do it now. So we'll see. But
I think in relation to AEW in WWE, I think her position and who she and her feuds are more. They feel bigger because I for the life of you can't tell one of her AEW feuds. Did she
Red Velvet?
Nyla Rose? Oh, yeah, one of the baddies.
When she was winning and when she had it. Nakamura, I want to see leave. Yeah,
I thought he retired anyway. I thought he went back to.
Yeah,
I would. I mean, if he go back, he'd probably go like that New Japan. He'd go back to Japan.
I don't see. So here's the thing.
Yeah, he had such a great NXT run. Then main roster been
so like many. You know, it's why like people laugh, but I understood why Tommaso Ciampa said and Johnny Gargano both did not want to leave NXT and come to the main roster. I understand why, because now obviously at that time, you know, you had Vince in control as opposed to over creative. So I get it because he didn't get a lot of the NXT stuff. He didn't get it. He didn't get the Undisputed Era, which I don't know how he didn't get that, but he didn't get that. He didn't get DIYs, a lot of stuff he didn't get. So if he didn't get it, you're just gonna get buried. But to his point, you see what Champ was saying. Like Champ was gone, and he is happier. So God bless him if that's what he's doing. Like he put on a great match with Jay Lethal recently. I mean, like a lot of people don't realize that Tommaso Ciampa has been in ROH. A lot of people didn't know that. I don't know why they forgot that, but the man has had a good career. So I personally like seeing him there. And then like you got this match, so it's unfortunate that Bianca's injured, because the plan where I wanted to see was Jade and her, which I think would have been great. Now if she does wrestle, which it looks like that obviously that's the direction now, is Rhea Ripley. One of two things happens, and here's the way I look at it, and it's not a good thing. If she loses, that tells you what I think she does this. If she loses, she falls way down. They may be she has to win that match. I hate to say that, but she has to.
She has to.
For them to say, hey, we believe in you, and to take that woman seriously, she has to win that match. If she loses it, she's gonna be down. And Jade is better in WWE. I felt was just Britt Baker's division until it wasn't. Well, T, I can kind of agree, but she was doing really good with the TNT title. She really was. She was doing good. So there was a place for her. I think they didn't. How can I describe it? I liked the Women's Intercontinental Championship, but they didn't really seem to give me the, like Lyra Valkyria had it, but they didn't give the spotlight on it until Becky got it. Yep. Right? So, which no shade to Becky, she is a star, and she does help that belt. There's no that she doesn't need the belt. The belt does need her. She does help that with a lot. I feel
like Jade's reign did her a disservice. Like
which reign? The TNT reign?
No, her
current run. Yeah,
she went like 100 days fighting nobody.
They don't have a roster that's So the problem is they've got a good roster, but they have to bring it from NXT. That's where most of the good women. That's the deepest roster they have is in NXT, and they don't want to gut it as more so than they already have. Like the word is they fought the case. They said Shawn Michaels like, please let me keep Mariah. Let me keep Mariah. Mariah ready. Is Mariah? She's ready. Mariah May is ready. She doesn't. She don't even. She really didn't even have to go to NXT.
No,
to tell you the truth. She was already ready to begin with.
They need to bring that Soul Ruka up. That sister.
They got people to go ahead and bring them up.
Mixed.
So it shouldn't be like they've got them, but I get it. Shawn Michaels is like, okay, and right now, like I think you get by. I would say one more year if she has some really good matches, and I think that's why they have Mariah May working with her. You got a year before Miss Parker's gone.
Yes.
Because Miss Parker is over. Like so he's facing losing his talent, and it's sad that the NXT women are ready. I don't know. But yeah, Tila Nair, I think they Intercontinental that's a good if they use it right, it can be great. Becky's proven that to you. I don't know. I tell you, like there's another. I'll give you somebody else that absolutely Tila Nair should leave, and you might not believe me, but I'm telling you right now, if I get it, there is some pull because his wife works there, but I promise you, if I was Angelo Dawkins and Montez Ford, I'd have got the hell up out of there. What they're doing to Street Profits, they need to go. They need to go. They're not doing the Street Profits right. It's like
But let me say something because a lot of people are critical about some moves. Ricochet made a great move. Obviously, Swerve made a
phenomenal move.
Yeah. It's some people that fit more in AEW. A lot of people saying Ciampa, he fits over there. Before he got injured and got skinnier than me, Adam Cole he had a good debut.
Yep.
And he was doing decent. Then they brought up the rest of the
Undisputed Era.
Undisputed Era, most of them. And that was interesting. So it's some people just they're gonna thrive better in AEW. Some people and vice versa. I'm trying to think of somebody in AEW because I did want Powerhouse to go. I wanted MJF to go for a while, but now I don't want him to really go at this point because when Vince McMahon first left, and then people started kind of like, okay, it's cool now. Triple H is over, and then we saw Triple H. His writing took a nosedive. I did want MJF to go over there then, but now at this point, I don't know. I can't. I'm trying to think of somebody I would want in AEW to go over there. Of course,
he just had his interview with Chris Van Vliet. I don't know if you saw that, not recently. And he said that, and I'm gonna be honest with you, MJF said he plans on staying in AEW for a specific reason, and it makes sense. If MJF can't be MJF, he doesn't want to go. The MJF that's there right now, that MJF that we have that we love in AEW cannot be that MJF in WWE. He can't be. It's a PG product. He cannot be. You think he can be at a signing and flipping off kids, refusing to sign autographs and all that? He can't do that. They're not gonna let him do it. They're not gonna.
Telling his mom to F off.
They're not
on social media.
They can't let him. So he's better. What is it? Dog been stamped as champ, and they don't do it. Yep, he is definitely him. He should get gone. I saw something recently, and I was like, I hadn't seen the video like that. He looked different. I don't know if he had weight on him, or he gotten bigger, or he had some weight, or he had gotten buff. He looked kind of fat though.
Tez looked fat, but
Tez looked fat.
But everybody's saying that he's probably bulking up to next is toning and
just like Swerve. Swerve was small and he bulked up and got cut. So I could see that happen with Montez.
But the Street Profits, absolutely.
It happens in both organizations. People just forget people. It's like, okay, where has this person been at? I don't even know where Britt Baker is at this point. I don't know if she ever going to go. She might as well go to WWE.
Living out the contract at this point. But here's the thing, right? There's a fear, and it makes sense for them to have this fear among wrestlers. about going there is that this part is still true, even under Triple H. Not all the time, but they have a thing about not letting, like Matt Cardona had to fight to get his name. He had to fight, even though that's his legal damn name, but he had to fight for it, right? Because they didn't want him to do that. They wanted Zack Ryder, and he was like, "You fuck that, not doing Zack Ryder. That's he's dead and buried. That's gone, right?" They like to keep intellectual property for financial reasons. They also like to keep their own talent, and they want something they made, right? Um, and the fear, like Britt Baker is not, even though she's been in there, that's not something that they made, right? They didn't make it, so it'd be hard. Like she had some, like that lights out match with Thunder Rosa is still famous, one of the best matches I've ever seen. WWE's not letting her do that. So, and I always say Ford, I meant not Dog. Yeah. Although Dog could be a singles champion, like I see a U.S. title. Good, yeah, you got it. But to me, what AEW needs, I mean, I like the Hurt Business. I mean, Hurt Syndicate now. I mean, I did before, but what they're missing to me is they need a tag team. They need a big draw tag team, and which obviously the Hurt Business can. I mean, Hurt Syndicate can. Injuries be damned, can do it. The Street Profits would be fantastic. They've got tag teams to go against. They've got like one of the most over teams on the planet right now, and they reside in ROH, is the Outrunners, which is a throwback. I love the Outrunners. They are fantastic. Turbo Floyd and Truth Magnum. That sounds like some 80s wrestlers' names. They come out there dressed like a pack of cigarettes. Like those dudes, they got a double team elbow drop as more over than anything. I mean, these guys so kind of like what's like FTR is a throwback, like in that sense. These guys are like a throwback, and it just works.
Man, I love their presentation in NXT. It's the revival and their slogan, "No flips, just
fist." I mean, but they didn't but Vince didn't care for tag team wrestling, and I don't really know that even under Triple H, like it's something that they just focus on. Like they're giving the ladies tag team championship kind of a shine, kind of. They're doing better than they had done, but I don't know. We could criticize, both sides on it. But with wrestlers, like to that point, I was going to ask that question. I'm glad T. Lanier asked it. Yeah, definitely. There's people that need to go probably on both sides. I mean, and they both do similar things in a sense. Time being froze on contracts. I mean, both of them have done it. I think if anything, one of the reasons I started looking at more ROH is because they got some talent over there. Because you got to think, Tony Khan's got a lot of folks on their roster. He's got a lot of talented people on their roster. 110%.
Yo, man, that STP, that Shane Taylor
Promotions. That's a hard click, man. That's a hard click.
He got a squad.
That's a hard click. You need it. You need to be able to showcase talent because there's so many wrestlers. Sometimes it's hard. Like you can get lost in the sauce. I definitely think to my point though, I think LA Knight should leave. I just think he should. He's not. It's to this point that you can see it. They're never gonna, no matter what the fan like. When I say it was the most on the nose, blatant, in your face, like this is the guy we want, and week after week after week after week after week, they would not listen to the damn fans. I mean, when I say they all the way over, and they would not do it. So it doesn't make sense.
You get penalized
for getting over.
Yeah,
on your own.
Because that's what happened to Zack Ryder, Matt Cardona back that day. That man
got
over from champion. You know what I'm saying, the internet show, and it's like, but we don't want you over. So
Rusev was punished for Rusev Day. He was punished for that, for getting that over.
Man, Rusev Day was so amazing.
So they don't. It's strange. Yeah, Matt Cardona, I get it. He signed for his wife, but
no, man, I think I think that's something he always wanted though.
Like
I think once he started his indie run, he was like, I am going to get back in WWE.
But he just doesn't. That when we talk about momentum and who was moving, he was moving, right? Yeah. And he's not now. So the problem with being on a roster, I mean, it also has to do with creative. If you have a huge roster, I can say that about anybody, you'll eventually become just another guy. But it depends on how they book you. But with WWE, he was white hot. He's just another guy.
I mean, he's probably more rested now.
Yeah, but he was making more money. He's just another guy now, and I hate to see that. He might as well be Zack Ryder. I hate to say that, but he might as well be Zack Ryder. But by being Matt Cardona, he retains his own IP, his merch sales. I get it, but it hasn't done him any. It hasn't like his career, like in terms of how he was, how he was positioned and moving. It hasn't done him any favors. Yeah. He's no longer the indie god, deathmatch king that everybody was cheering. He's not. He's not. And eventually, maybe he can fake it. But if you saw it on Tommaso Ciampa's face, Ciampa could no longer fake it. He looked like Ciampa looked disinterested when he wrestled with Johnny Gargano. And these are two men that had the feud of the year a few years ago in NXT. But he was like, we could do more, but they don't want to let us do more. They want us to be in this tag team and so forth. And he wasn't having fun. He's like, my career is probably winding down. Let me go enjoy myself and do what I want to do. And it wasn't doing him. So Matt Cardona, it's done him no favors. Rusev, it's done him no favors. Aleister Black, and I'm just speaking of their careers. It's done. None of these gentlemen has it done any favors because once he loses, because I love Oba. Don't get me wrong, you got to position Oba and take care of it. But once he loses to Oba, where do you think he's going? You think they're gonna say, "Oh man, it's a great match. Let's put some Rusev on"? No, that's not. He's just like you said. He's gonna be fed, and that's gonna be that. Just like Matt Cardona, what do you find yourself looking forward to a Matt Cardona match? You did when he was in AEW. He showed up, popped up there. He popped up in Ring of Honor. You were geek to see him, but WWE,
I'm always rooting for Matt Cardona, but yeah, I don't see them doing a lot with him. Do you think Johnny Gargano is gonna jump to AEW when his contract is up?
I think he will because someone made the comment before when it was announced that Ciampa wasn't going. Like that he was not going to resign. They said Johnny Gargano is going to become a comedy act and get buried. And I'd be damned if that's not what's happening. And that is literally what's happening to Johnny Gargano right now. He is a comedy act. I hate to say that, but that's what he is. Yeah. He's a comedy act and he's being buried, and it's crazy to me that that's happening. But it is. I just don't know. Like sometimes people will say stuff. And it's true, and other times they say stuff I don't agree with. Like I heard one person tell me that he said, "Well, I don't get like Mercedes Moné because I don't think she's good." Listen. Say what you want to about the woman's promos. The damn woman can wrestle. That's a fact. She can wrestle. She can go in the ring. Like I love me some Jade Cargill, but I would never, ever tell you that Jade Cargill can put on a match as good as Mercedes Moné. She can't. She can't. That's not something she can do. Not this time. No, sir. That's not something she can do. So I think Bayley would benefit. I think 100% she'd benefit going down there. Really and truthfully. You talking about a heel run like when they were the role model? Oh man. Yes. They would be great.
That was so awesome.
They got to figure it out because I think her and Britt Baker could do magic. They didn't get it right the first time, but her and Britt Baker, that could be a great feud. Because at some point, like people don't understand it. Like Chris Stanlander, I mean, Mercedes Moné is gonna beat her and get that title. You mark my word, that's gonna happen. There's no way. Like the arc she's on right now, if you saw it, like she had like 15 belts and she's losing. She's gonna win the one that matters. She's gonna get that belt.
I thought Stat lost to Thekla.
Oh, has she? Yet did she lose a belt to her? I can't remember. I know she lost.
Yeah.
It's Thekla. Yeah. That must have been. I forgot what I read about that. There's something to that too. There's something to that, and I forgot what it was. I don't know if it's an injury. There's something to that. That was not the initial plan for that to happen. Sometimes things do behind the scenes happen, but we never know. We got wrestlers that are ready. JC Jane has been ready. JC Jane is an NXT champion, but she's ready. They should probably take her group with her because that presentation is part of it. They should take them. But like I said, Sean, if they do that, I'm like he's like, what am I gonna have? What am I gonna have? He's sitting on wrestlers that already should be on main rosters.
Yeah, like Ethan Page. Like,
the word is they're about to call him up, all ego. I don't know. They may just have too much talent, and that's the thing. That's really the thing right now. I mean, I don't know. If it's me, I want to see somebody. I want to see these guys done right, or if they're not done right, neither company leave. To Dez's point, leave. If you're not being done right, if you're making what you feel is the best move for you and your family, God bless you. Go ahead and do it. But as a wrestling fan, it's hard for me to like say that some of these guys, I just can't say they're in a better position than they were. And like the ones I named to you are not. Like, I'm not saying he should go anywhere, but I think like what they're doing, like I think they've kind of told you that they're kind of done with Damian Priest. I think you've noticed that they're kind of done with him.
Well, I think he's had a lot of nagging injuries.
He's had some. I think they're done with him. I got to be honest with you. There was a time, and they painted themselves into this corner. There was a time where it made sense. When Sami Zayn was at a certain point, there was a time. That time is past him now. The only way he can do it now you got to turn him heel.
Yeah, you got to.
You got to, because nobody believes in it. Nobody believes in him. It's like you can only beat somebody so many times. Like they lose before you lose faith in them.
And he's never beaten McIntyre.
So it's not it's like with Drew. Like, well, I knew he was gonna win. Now it's like, because how many times he's gonna lose? Like Drew, I said that 3 stages ahead. I said he's winning this. He's winning. Because you can't let, like, how many times, like that feud, it was very one-sided. So I was like, he keeps losing. I'm like, he's got to win. Like he has to. But no, I don't like Sami Zayn. The time has passed. Like there was a time when like the whole world wanted Sami Zayn, and they said no. It's almost like, and I don't know why that was, because Sami wasn't injury prone or nothing. Like Sami was, like, he was ready, and I guess they said, look, man, we'll let you beat Gunther, which was big. Don't get me wrong. He beat his historic title reign, Intercontinental title reign, but it's almost like, what next? And they didn't even let him like have a long run. Like it wasn't even that long. Like I'm like, did you just a feel good moment? Like what? So I don't know. With some guys, I get it. Like Gunther has a direction, I can see it, but I do not. I can't get it. Like I've tried to understand it, but I just don't get it. But if these guys are happy, then God bless them. But it doesn't make sense.
Well, I'd like to talk about.
No, I forgot you had a topic. Go ahead.
Oh,
no. Damn.
Lord, I forgot. Lord, let me shut up now and let y'all close out the show with that. Say it.
Very nice, very evil. Oh, you'll be cast. And give me monies. Yo, man.
You sound just like him.
I discovered him through Ethan Page's YouTube channel. He was like on some indie show like 2021. And I was like, this guy's amazing. And then you know how YouTube is. You start looking up folks' names. They're like, and then I found the Love That Danhausen YouTube channel, man. And like, dude, I mean, it's a weird gimmick, but I love it. Mm-hmm. It's so hilarious to me. And then I think I saw an interview he did with Chris Van Vliet, like out of makeup. And he just breaking down his motivations, man. Like, I've been a fan housing since then. Then, he got signed by AEW, kind of had injuries. And they probably didn't use him to the best of his ability. And I just really hope he can be utilized well. I mean, I know he'll probably be in that boogeyman
role.
Yeah, kind of that boogeyman Santino Morella type.
I wouldn't mind Santino Morella type role. The arch fruits.
Yeah, man. Like, dude's hilarious and dude's clever. And I mean, it's simple stuff like calling Adam Pearce Cold Stone, for Steve Austin, and he like rock the Dwayne Johnson, and stuff like that. And I'm putting houses in the word like here's my list of the Manhausens, stuff like that. I dig it, man. Like I said, I've been rooting for him, and like I know people booed.
Because they had expectations.
Yeah, but when he came,
I don't know what they thought was in that crate
with like the dancing ladies and like his new theme song. I like weird and random things. That is evident. That is.
What else could have been in that crate?
Yeah, that is like part of our lore at this point, or part of my lore. But I dug it, man. Like it made me smile. It made me laugh, man.
The band is good at what he does.
Again, I am a fan house. I love that Danhausen. I'm rooting for him, man.
Me too.
I just I could even see him like maybe get a tag team run. Like I want to see like Mizhausen or something like that. Maybe
that would be crazy. That would be crazy. What do you, Des? What do you have to add before we close this out?
I mean,
what's going on in wrestling you like right now?
Boy, it's tough. I mean, I did kind of like some of the AJ Styles stuff, as far as the folks coming from TNA. I like some of that. Man, it's rough. I'm trying to. I mean, I like I said earlier, I like Saul Ruka. I mean, I haven't really kept up with wrestling as much because of these weird times, these Saturday shows, and they'll do a lot of Saudi pay-per-views and stuff like that. And but overall, I just hope WWE gets somewhat exciting again. They're gonna have to make some kind of changes. And I'm good. The build to WrestleMania is not great yet, but hopefully they can do something to make it worthwhile. But we'll see.
The promo between Roman Reigns and Punk was a good direction. That was a step in the right direction.
Yeah. Oh my God.
That was
they got another main event, so that's pretty much that's it on my end. Really.
Drew's, unless they do it, I think it's got to be a multi-man because there's nothing else that makes sense. There's nothing else that makes sense.
We've seen Cody Drew straight up so many times,
so we don't need to see that. And they haven't built him with their he's the reason it has to be multi-man is because he's interfered in everybody's business around him. Now I don't think that him and Randy Orton's a bad match. That's not. I don't think that's a bad idea. But I think honestly it would be better if it was a multi-man. I think it has to be to make logical sense because of how much he's interfering and for him to be protected per se. It would make better sense for them to do a multi-man match, maybe a championship scramble because they haven't done that concept in a long, long time. But that would be my advice. Is that that's the way I would go, because no individual match he does is going to do it.
Yeah.
No individual matches. I mean, not unless, and it's too soon unless you had him with Obafemi, but it's too soon for that. So, there's nothing he can build right now because you need a build to WrestleMania. And how many weeks are we at? WrestleMania's in April, right? Next month. So you can't build you can't sustain this. He would have already had to. The only story that they've actually been building is him interfering in everybody's damn business. That's the only thing they've consistently done is him screw over every single person. So it only would logically make sense that at WrestleMania, he's the one that gets screwed. That's the only thing that makes putting him in a match like that. That's the only because it only makes a lot. It, like I said, it's the only thing that makes sense. You gotta do that. Like, hey, I don't know. I think Becky, they're gonna wrestle. I think Becky carrying the title makes more sense. I mean, she doesn't need it. She's not need the Intercontinental title, but the Intercontinental is more exciting when Becky Lynch is the champion.
I figured AJ won it elimination chamber, but she's gonna drop it at Mania.
Which is weird. I was like, why was because although I did see, giving her credit, I saw Maxine get better. She still got a little ways to go, but she got better. Man. Maxine got a lot better.
Sir, Natty.
Why they don't let that beast loose, I don't know.
No, Natty was a sorceress. The way she got Maxine up to snuff.
So I don't.
She worked magic. She's what I'm saying, sorcery.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man. I mean, like I said, I don't really love the card, but
it is what it is at this point.
I'm gonna watch it. You know who got me excited though, and I'm just throw this out at the end. There is this French wrestler named Ricky Sosa.
Yeah, this was,
and he
got an awesome entrance.
Yes.
Where is he at?
Somebody just thought of wait. Somebody they just sent me a bunch of videos on it.
Where is he at?
He's from France.
No. Who is he wrestling? What promotion is he in? Is it somewhere over in France?
Yeah. Indy. But he's about to be on TNA for a few episodes coming up soon.
Oh, I've got to check that out.
Yeah, man, he has this rap song, and like the hook is, everybody goes, bang, bang. Sosa.
I'm gonna have to check him out. I'm gonna have to check him out. Last thing I'll say before I get out of here, I did not. Man, when I tell you this, I get it. Edge looks like more of a prophet than ever. I did not enjoy. I was like, could y'all rip The Rock off any more than you just did that thing with the concert, the Ricky Saints concert?
Yeah.
I was like,
I gotta watch it.
I said, man,
I gotta watch it. I did see it.
So it sounds crazy. Edge looks like a prophet. Edge said what would happen.
You talking about Coke?
Yeah, well, I still call him Edge, but yeah, Coke. Yeah. He legitimately said what that man, like he said, this is what I see of you right now. And now this man's going over here. I'm like, Ricky Saints, come on, man, you wearing that? I mean, he was always, fashionably okay, but now it's like you wearing a shirt that The Rock would wear. You're doing a concert. Everything about it, like if you watch it, it reminds you of like it's. I'm just like let him. Like he had a character that was somewhat like The Rock, but wasn't over the top like The Rock. Like it didn't look like he was trying. Like if you look at him now it looks like he's trying to be The Rock, and I'm like, that's why he called him the Pebble, because I'm like, it just doesn't. It just like no. Let Ricky Saints be Ricky Saints, not The Rock.
So he's Timu Rock.
Yeah, someone called him that, the Timu Rock, which is crazy. But folks, look, I appreciate y'all joining me, joining Dez, and joining my main man, Brother Seaberry. And I'm telling you right now, it's only going to get better. Keep watching your wrestling, because we're going to stay opinionated. And I'm telling you, this will be the premier wrestling podcast. You watch what I tell you. So tune in next week when somebody else will get their ass beat to the count of 5.